Concentrating on the Hollywood live-action anime adaptations, we will see that whitewashing is cultural appropriation and how people want and need authentic representation in the media. The track record of live-action remakes of Japanese animations adapted by the West is not the best, considering many adaptations are whitewashing casts, a term describing the film industry's casting white actors for non-white roles. Over the years, Hollywood has attempted to adapt many anime. Notable examples include Ghost in a Shell, Dragon Ball Evolution, and The Last Airbender. All of these had Caucasian actors playing the lead characters, even though the original sources were very clearly Asian, and also all have been financial failures. Amongst its excuses, one of Hollywood's arguments is that there are no big Latino, Asian, or Native American actors to carry the weight of an important film. But whitewashing is more than just denying a minority actor work. The fact is, not only can't non-white actors not apply for white roles, they must also compete with white actors for non-white roles. It's cultural appropriation of minority cultures, and with it comes damaging effects to representation, especially poor representation, since it can affect one's self-image and self-esteem, with people in these groups questioning why they don't look like anyone in the media, and some fearing being subliminally told that they are not worth attention, and even thinking as far as that they're not worth a place in this society. There are only some of the impacts of not having authentic representation in media. When Shyamalan was asked about rationalizing his casting, he was quoted in saying, "It's part of the art form. You got a problem with that? Talk to the dude who invented anime. It's not my issue." The earlier referenced films are live-action makes of very popular and highly grossing Japanese animation shows, with an already established fanbase. All referenced and many more have whitewashed its cast in Hollywood adaptations. These same films have bombed in theaters. For example, Hollywood's version of Ghost in a Shell, costing far north of $110 million, opening weekend it took 18.6, with neither Dragon Ball Evolution and The Last Airbender not faring any better than their counterpart. But there is a turning point. 2018's Netflix and Warner Brothers adaptation of Bleach defied odds. It was highly praised and quoted as being good for the whole world of live-action anime, and for good reason. The Japanese crews that worked on the film understood the nuances and uniqueness of the original works and could easily preserve it, where a Western team may not grasp the cultural annotations. The success of Bleach seems to stem from an authentic representation on the big screen, with consideration and understanding towards the culture that it came from, to form a true representation, not just what Hollywood thinks people want to see. Whitewashing is more than just an actor's race. It's about authentic cultural representation. The Last Airbender anime may have been an American production, but they had an understanding, large knowledge base, and experience of the culture that helped make the anime successful, and largely why the movie had failed. And when characters being abstracted by design and played by whites, it can lead to people used to seeing white characters on screen to regard the cultural annotation as white, not Japanese as should be intended. Proving what we need is cultural appreciation and representation. Seeing the results of the Airbender anime and success of the Bleach live-action film, proving that Hollywood's argument that there are no big Latino, Asian, or Native American actors to carry the weight of an important film, wrong. Especially since you cannot gain recognition for roles that are simply not there. To be successful, find what is important to that culture and people involved.